Hey everybody, my name is Justin, and this is day 14 of my Mental Fit Challenge. So the Mental Fit Challenge is a program I put together for myself to make it so that I'm 1% better than I was the day before. So this Mental Fit Challenge is all about small weekly changes and seeing how I react to them and what my motivations are for trying to escape the real world through video games, videos, and reading. So before I continue, I want everyone to know this is going to be a bit more of an uncomfortable day. I'm going to be talking about a part of me that I don't really share a lot. And if this is your first time seeing any of my videos, this would not be where I would start. Now, with that being said, the reason that I'm sharing this part of myself is because a lot of what I'm doing right now is getting myself to a point where I don't need the crutches of escapes, like the videos and reading that I talked about earlier, to be a fully functioning person, right? To enjoy life. So another program that does this really well is Alcoholics Anonymous. Jeez, third time's the charm, huh? And what I did was I researched their program, what the tenets were for their clients, and going through the program, what that experience is like. And the big thing that I took away is they have kind of 3 rules for how recovering addicts deal with life. And the three things to keep in mind for them are: be comfortable with discomfort, speak your truth / be vulnerable, and the third thing is let go of the result. And all of those things are in place to make it so that you don't feel alone. I mean, really, that's the biggest part, because even when you're with people, you feel alone if you have to change yourself for them. And even if you're working with people, if the result is your responsibility, you don't feel a part of a team. And so those are the tenets that I kind of started doing this program on. And the one thing that I have not been doing is the be comfortable with discomfort. And so today is going to be a little bit more of a heavy video. So family, friends, and other, be warned. So, starting next week, I will be cutting out non-educational videos. So this, of course, covers a lot of... I'm going to go inside because the trash truck's here. This does cover a lot of videos like movies, YouTube, Twitch, and things along those lines. But what it also works for is pornography. So I've been watching pornography for years. And it's been a part of me. It's not super surprising that I do it. Most men do. And that was one of the categories of non-educational videos that I kind of wanted to target with next week. And so when I was talking about videos that I watch at night, I was talking about pornography. And the reason that I bring this up is because I came upon a realization last night, and I don't feel like I would be able to take the necessary step forward if I didn't record this and share it, if I felt like I had to hide it away. And the reason for that is because it's very isolating when you have to hide a part of yourself, even the parts of yourself you're not so proud of. And it's been kind of difficult for me to even think about this, because ever since I was a kid, I've been taught pornography is bad, right? But no one ever really gave me tools to say, look, it's bad. This is something that you can do instead that'll help you in the same ways and kind of get you connected. So it's something that I'm trying to figure out now. So yeah, so we'll see we'll see how this goes. I know my grandma watches this video, so we'll see. So last night I did some intentional watching, which just means every few minutes putting everything down and saying, okay, how do I feel? And what I kind of realized is it's a little boring, honestly. It kind of when I watch pornography, it kind of takes me out of the result, right? Which is, pleasuring myself and relaxing, and it kind of puts me in this position where I'm just like, okay, let's just get to the finish line ASAP. And one of the things that I learned a couple of things. Another one of the things that I learned is that, it's kind of a replacement for the oxytocin, which is sort of the cuddle chemical, the love chemical, that you get when you cuddle with people. So oxytocin in men is supposed to make you sleep. It's supposed to make you very tired, which is why after sex sometimes it gets a little awkward, because oxytocin for women makes them very communal. They like to talk, they like to interact. So it's a little different that way. But that's how I've been falling asleep for years now. And so I realized, one, that it was a replacement for that sort of oxytocin, so I could, go to sleep at a reasonable time. And the second thing was that it was kind of this part of my life where I felt like I couldn't sexually connect with myself without it. And I think it's gonna be a bit of a process where it's been a part of my life for a long time, and it's important for me. Well, it's important for me to know that the reason that, I feel like it's replacing parts of a relationship that really motivate me to get one. So I'm just going to link this to Instagram because it's going to be a long video. So I've been watching a lot of TED Talks in the past couple of weeks, and because of that, I've learned some stuff. And I've kind of been following a similar branch for all of the learning that I've done the past few weeks. So one of the things that I learned from the author of, I think it was from the author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, is that men's brains develop about a year after women's. It's not that we develop slower, it's that we develop just literally a year delayed. And what that means to me when it comes to actually learning how to interact with the world is that boys are supposed to be learning from girls. And when we get to the age where boys start to get into puberty, or start to get very horny, that is supposed to be very motivating for us to use that time to continuously improve and form bonds so that we can be in relationships. And that's not really the route that I took. And I feel like because I've had this escapism in pornography, I haven't really been pushed in the same way to get into relationships. Because that part of me has been sated, right? Not to a great extent, but at least a little bit, enough to take the edge off. And so that's one of the things that I'm interested in looking at going forward when I stop watching pornography, is that how do I feel about relationships? and moving forward with that, and what do I replace it with in the nighttime, because oxytocin is a very important chemical for regulating emotions, and just kind of going without it is not the best way to do it. A good way to get oxytocin, for example, is the hugs that I talked about, right? That's part of week 3, sorry. But I don't really know how to replace that, right before I go to bed, something to make me a little bit more relaxed and tired. And that's going to be something in and of itself. What I suspect is that it won't be oxytocin for a while until I find someone that I'm wanting to sleep with, but will more likely just be me, working out and tiring myself out to the point where I just fall into bed, right? And so we'll see how it goes from there. But this sort of week 3 is also the end of pornography for me, which is going to be new. And it's a topic that I think a lot of people are uncomfortable with. And so that's kind of why I talked about the 3 sort of tenets of Alcoholics Anonymous, is because they know what they're doing when it comes to taking a uncomfortable addiction and getting people through it. And so I'm gonna be really trusting that moving forward, and knowing that, well, everyone who has a problem with me, I don't need. Is kind of the situation here. So, this is a little weird for me to talk about, especially because my mom and dad hammered it into me so hard as something like you should really. My mom really hates guilt now, which is a bit weird, but this is not something you should be doing. You should be doing something else, right? Which is not overly helpful. But yeah, I feel really guilty when it comes to really expressing this part of myself, because I've been taught it's always wrong. And so that guilt can only hold me as long as I am, as long as I keep it inside, right? Because, well, once everyone knows, then people who don't like it will leave, and people who will want to work with me will stay, and then I'm not guilty anymore, which I guess is kind of the hot thought behind being vulnerable. So, but anyway, back to the what I actually learned. What I actually learned is that it's just kind of empty. I don't really have any connection to the video. I mean, it keeps me motivated to finish, which is interesting. But it's not not in the same way as having a girlfriend did, right? It's a very different experience. So it's not as good, and I think over the next couple of weeks, as I start to see what that part of myself is like without pornography, I'm going to change quite a bit because it's kind of been central to regulating my state, and stuff's gonna change around now that I'm not using that anymore. So yeah, it's gonna be a little different, but I think it's gonna be good. Maybe not during. Maybe during it's gonna suck, but afterwards, getting me to a place where I'm more excited to go after relationships and not kind of use this Band-Aid to try and close a wound. I think that's going to be good for me because it's going to put me in a place where I'm much more open to relationships because I feel like they give me more, right? And also this whole program is kind of getting me towards the place where I'm saying, this is the person I want to be in a relationship, right? I don't want to be the person that has to keep walking out and being like, okay, I can't do this right now, right? I want to be someone who can always be there. And putting things in place where I don't have to escape, right? I don't feel the urge to play video games, right? I don't do it subconsciously. I don't subconsciously watch videos or read a book. It's all very intentional. And the Wild Fit program, which is all about the food that I eat, my nutrition, is really helping me because it's giving me a lot more energy back. I don't have that 2 p.m. slump that I used to have. I used to almost fall asleep at the wheel because I was so tired when I drove home from work. God, was that 2 summers ago? 3 summers ago? It was bad. But yeah, so giving me more energy and getting me to the place where I can be like, okay, I have something to offer someone that I would actually be interested in. Because I'm a little unique in the things that I really am passionate about, for my age. Leadership, personal development, well, those are the big two. And I'm kind of deciding away from video games and videos because they don't really make me feel good. They just don't make me feel. And that's not good enough for me anymore. And so the thing that I really had to fight to make this video was my fear of rejection, especially because I know some of my family watch this. But, I mean, I am at where I'm at, and I'm going to keep moving forward, and I'm not going to apologize for who I am, and I'm going to keep working on it. So, that's kind of where I'm at. All right, but let's end off on a little bit more of an energetic note, shall we? So yesterday, I did go on a walk. This time I went on a walk in the daytime when the sun was up. That was weird. I've been mostly taking walks when it's dark out. So it was fine. I mean, it was a little hotter because sun, but yeah, made sure that I got it in, which was good. It's a good walk. You know, I've really been enjoying having the music on because what I do is I put it on kind of like a medium-low volume. And so whenever I don't have anything else I'm thinking about or focusing on, then I can listen to it. But it's really easy for me to phase out and like think about things and give my brain time to really work through steps. So it's been pretty good like that. So I've really been enjoying the walks. Today I think I'm going to go on a family walk, but that's different than the reason that I do the walks, which is to get kind of that alone time so that I can think. So I'm probably going to have to do a walk before that so I can actually, do that part of my day. Last night I had Sea Scouts, which was awesome. I put together a little Jeopardy for that, and we all had a lot of fun putting together another Jeopardy for that in the future. Next week. And then I'm going to go see my dad today. I haven't seen him in a couple weeks since the quarantine. And so not of any fault of his, just because I've been processing my inner thoughts, which is a bit of a thing. Yeah, and I started calling some of my people yesterday and had a good conversation with one of them, and that was good. I think I'm gonna reach out to more people. Two of them. One of them will call me back later. Yeah, but it's been good. difficult, new, but good. Getting a lot of foundational stuff out of the way. Not out of the way. I should say a lot of the foundational stuff figured out. So I can kind of keep using them. Yeah. Well, I feel a lot better. I know you probably all feel very awkward, but good luck dealing with that. So for all of you that got this far, I appreciate it. For those of you that didn't, you're not going to hear this, so whatever. Yeah, but again, I'll be on tomorrow. Not same time, because I do this after I wake up, and who knows when that's going to be. So I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.